Good afternoon. I'd just like to talk to you about pendulums. I'm a great one for pendulums. Oh, hang on, Tick, I just want to get one more. This big pendulum would be upset if I didn't show you. Pendulums can be made of anything. It's nice to make one of your own. And I have made this one, which was tangled up. It was made from a piece from my apple tree plus a piece of turquoise down the bottom. And I made this one, which when I untangle it, you'll be able to see, is just, this one is made like a Harry Potter wand. See that? Made like a Harry Potter wand. And then I have this one, which I use for distant healing. And then I have this one, which is kind of like a medical one. It helps me when I'm doing intuitive healing or healings by distance. I have that one. I have a number of other ones here that I've made, and I'm in the next couple of days on my website. On both of them, I've got two that stock this kind of stuff. One, www.myyogabooks.etsy.com, and the other one, janehopewilliams.net, and that's got art and tarot and stuff like that. That's no yoga. And on the one that I'm going to load in the next few days are that size. Can you see that? That's the size of you can see my hand, so you can see how small it is. It's about the size, not even the size of my fingernail. Yeah. There it is. Yeah. Because I found that it's handy to have one with me all times. And it's not always convenient to bring out one like that and start playing with it, because people think, ooh, she's kooky. But if I bring out something like that and just start twiddling with it, people don't know what I'm doing necessarily. A friend of mine called Keith had one on his key ring. This is a friend, and I don't think that I'd have her on my key ring. It'd be rather disrespectful. But the one Keith had helped him move his business from something that was in his garage in small time to something where he could afford to buy $1 million houses. So I've always felt if it worked for him, it probably would work for me. This is my big one. See that? See that alongside my hand? Oh, it's hard to, yeah, alongside my hand you can see that it's big. I grasp it in my hand. It's an old-fashioned Vaseline glass or oil slick glass, and it's for a Christmas decoration. And I use that for when I feel like I wanted something expansive, when I'm really wanting the help of a big friend. But the little one I showed you, the little tiny bead one, it will come with a book, and it'll be packed, and it'll be in a small cardboard container. And I really think that they're very handy. If you're using a pendulum, don't be, you don't have to have any size. You can even use a tea bag. But the tiny ones are no less effective than the really big ones. And, I use it for discussing what vitamins I need, what I need to do in the day, should I do this or should I do that? Excuse me. Should I do this or should I do that? I can use them outside for dowse for water. I would never change the garden without talking to the pendulum first, because the pendulum is all about energy and the garden is all about energy, and I don't want to interrupt the energy of the garden, and it's really fantastic. I even used it to decide where to hang the European wasp catchers, and people told me they probably wouldn't work the way I've done them, but I catch at least 100 wasps a week, so nobody else that I know catches that many in a house, on an ordinary house block. They might catch that many on a property, but they don't catch that many on a house block. So I feel that the pendulum has just helped me put them in the right place, so I interrupt the wasp in their travelling from one place to another, because wasps, unlike bees, travel in straight lines, I'm told. And whatever the truth of the matter is, it works for me. So please pay attention and try the pendulum. The little booklet that comes with this pendulum that I'm going to put on my Etsy site and on my Jane Hope Williams Net site will come with a little instruction booklet, just something to get you started. I've called it a startup guide because that's what it is, just to get you started. And you don't need anything huge. People often ask me, can I come around and can you show me what to do? Well, I can show you what to do, but there's no substitute for doing it. Okay? You need to do it for yourself. You need to spend time. Your pendulum is like an extension of you, so you need time to spend to get to know it and really get to know it. I use my pendulum, but I meditate as well, and if I didn't meditate, I'm sure my pendulum would notice that. I wouldn't get as reliable answers. I also make my own flower essence remedies, and I use a pendulum to decide which flower remedies to use for people. I even go into the garden and make something specially for a client, and at every step of the process the pendulum shows me what to do. So yes, it's a wonderful aid. I'm not very good at doing just one thing. I like to do a number of things, and the tarot stroke pendulum, they're a package deal as far as I'm concerned. Well, meditation, tarot, pendulum, they all go together. They're one bag. I do those and I have great satisfaction, and I feel that I can help my clients and my students very well by utilizing those skills. So please go off, make yourself a pendant with a bead, or buy one of mine, because the ones I've shown you, the one made from the apple tree, I think I've got one left on Etsy with the turquoise, that one. I think I've got some pearl ones still available, but the tiny ones are equally adequate. The size and the whether the stone is valuable or not valuable, it's got nothing to do with it. Okay, what I have found though is if you use a pendulum and you use it over a crystal, I've used rose quartz and plain quartz. If you use it over a crystal, it really does, it's much stronger. I suppose you could put crystal in the string, but I just use it over a crystal because then I can put the crystal over somebody or in somebody's hand, so the response is going to be stronger. But that's just something I noticed, and it mightn't work like that for you. So try different ways. There's no right way or wrong way. There's just your way. Okay? Namaste.